He's going to go first. Checking the only questions. I'm going first. I think you're going to go ahead.
The due date is the first Tuesday in January, but I tell everybody right. Yeah, that's good. Sit up in front. They won't be talking.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to UNC. My name is Sadia Timpton. I'm a current first year in the Sports Administration program here at UNC. I don't think they're UNC. No, go on in. I'll repeat myself. Hi, I'm Sadia Timpton. I'm a current first year in the Sports Administration program here at UNC.
I'm Grace Sickman. I'm also a current first year. We'd like to, here tonight with us is Larry Gallo, Senior Associate AD, and he's a program liaison between SpAd and athletics. So I would like to acknowledge him and thank him for coming out tonight, supporting the program. So if faculty and first and second years could stand up around the room and introduce themselves to everybody, and then we'll get started with Professor Osborne.
We'll start with faculty. So you can go ahead, Donnie.
Yeah. I'm Jonathan Jackson, faculty member. I teach sports marketing. If you have any questions, feel free to grab me.
I'm Dr. Nels Pop. I teach in the grad program, facility event management, and sales at the
Danielle Smith, a new faculty member teaching our undergrad students in intro and facilities.
I'm Barbara Osborne. I teach the sport law and the NCAA governance and compliance classes and direct the graduate program.
I'm Ariane Waite, and I am also part of the PhD administration and the research classes at the grad level.
I'm Flyer. I'm a second year. My current internship is with academic services.
I'm Andrew Walsh. I'm a second year as well. My current internship is my media.
I'm Cameron Johnson. I'm second year. My current internship is college administration, although it's a little bit complicated.
I'm Bradley Blair. I'm a first year in SpAd program. My name is Austin Schulte. I'm a first year as well in SpAd program.
Sarah Watson, I'm also first year. Gabrielle Nottage, I'm also first year.
Louis Brady, first year.
And Kyle, I'm first year as well.
Thank you. So Professor Osborne is going to go ahead and give you guys a history of the sports administration program, what her role is.
Okay, so there are a lot of sport administration programs across the country. We are very, very proud to say that we were the first graduate program to focus solely on college athletics. We have had a long history of having a graduate program. People like Roy Williams, who is our men's basketball coach, have actually graduated from our program. But that was well before it became focused solely on college athletics. In 1991, the current chair of our department said that we wanted to really make our graduate program unique. And in looking at what it was that UNC did better than just about any other school in the country was college athletics. And so they very innovatively decided that our program should focus solely on college athletics. He met with John Swafford, who, do you guys know who he is? Okay, now commissioner of the ACC, but then athletic director at UNC. Met with John, sold them the idea. Athletics was completely on board, and the program was born out of that relationship. Need it? Okay, sorry. It's on, okay. So, yeah, our program was born out of that relationship with athletics. And that really, truly makes it unique relative to comparing it to other graduate programs across the country. The curriculum has continued to change over time as college athletics has changed. Our current course load has remained pretty stable over the last 8 to 10 years now, but content within classes continues to change as the industry changes and as we prepare you all for careers in college athletics. So if you have any questions about history, I'm certainly, as the senior faculty member here, I'm certainly happy to answer those, but otherwise we're going to turn it over to who's introducing, or Brad. Okay. Here we go.
So now we'll do a day in the life of the first year. And Brad will walk you through that.
Hi everyone. So as I mentioned, I'm a first year here in the SpAd program. They've asked me to kind of take you through what a day in the life looks like in the first year. So quite literally, I'll just tell you what my day looked like today. So I wake up around 7 a.m., eat some breakfast. Now, I like to get to campus early, so I didn't have anything until 9:30 today. I taught in a lifetime fitness class at 9:30. You'll hear a lot about those. So I had to teach at 9:30 this morning. I got to campus around 8:30. I like to get here early, get some work done beforehand. So I went and taught my class. It's kind of a quick turnaround. I have to teach, get back to my first class, and I take it to the student. What we had first? Sport marketing. We had sport marketing first. It's an hour, 15-minute class. Talk about a lot of interesting current events, interesting things going on in the industry, relevant things to our future professions. We have a 15-minute break after that course. Get some quick lunch in, and then we have sport law with Dr. Osborne, which is always good. You learn a lot of very important things that touch all aspects of sports. So everything you could think about possibly doing, law is going to be involved. So we get a lot of relevant knowledge. And then again, quick turnaround after that. I had to teach 15 minutes after that class ends, so time for a quick coffee, get back to teaching, and then I've been here since doing some work. So you're busy in the classroom, they keep you busy outside the classroom as well. Plenty of teaching, plenty of work to go around.
As for the second year, it's a little less hectic. So I wake up in the morning and I go in from 9 to 5. I'm in my internship. I personally have my internship with academic services, which is just on the second floor of this building. So I'm there from 9 to 5, but what's really cool about the second year being a little less hectic is that it gives you a little bit of opportunity to pursue your passions. So I'm able to coach a summer swim team and a high school swim team at night. So I'm able to leave, and then we also have the opportunity, if you want, to still work some of the ops events at nights and on the weekends for people with extra money and stuff like that. And that's pretty much my second year day.
Okay, so now we're going to ask Professor Osborne to talk to us again, now about tuition coverage, stipends, residency, and things like that.
So everyone wants to know about money. Because of our affiliation with both graduate school and the athletics department, we have been very, very fortunate that every year since 1991, we have been able to fully fund all of our graduate students. So fully funding basically means your tuition is covered, your you get health insurance. You can opt out if you'd like, but you get health insurance. And then you are paid a stipend for teaching in the LPIP program. Your second year, you're paid a stipend for working in your internship in the athletics department. So your only out-of-pocket costs for the program are basically your books and fees. And that's really, literally, probably one of the best deals that you would ever be able to receive in the graduate program. program. For those candidates that are exceptionally qualified, as far as grades, scores, and you as a human being are absolutely incredible. There is the opportunity for merit scholarship consideration, which would then pay you an additional stipend and also releases you from one LFIT class. So there's an additional focus there. Now, in-state students are always eligible for complete tuition remission. Out-of-state students, we've been able to give complete tuition remission because we expect our first-year students to apply for in-state residency, to do the things that they need to do to become a resident. So that's their second year. It benefits you basically because your second year, you're guaranteed that everything's covered again. And then you're giving back to the program by guaranteeing that everybody who's out of state the first year also then gets that share of the pot so that their tuition remission is covered in full. The actual tuition numbers and all of that stuff is on the graduate school website, but I'm happy to answer any very specific questions that you have when we're finished with the overall program.
So now we'll go through and have our panel. So if you guys each want to introduce yourselves and then talk about your experience with SpAd.
Hi, I'm Cameron Johnson. I graduated from the University of Pittsburgh in 2017. I also play basketball here, so I finished there. I had 2 years of eligibility left, and I transferred here to finish out my 2 years. There was a little bit of controversy surrounding the transfer, so I had a pretty unique college athletics experience, kind of mixed in with this program. My favorite UNC sport is to watch is probably football. We haven't had the most success on the field this year, but I understand that success on the field is not always hard to come by. The games themselves are exciting. And, it's usually a pretty good atmosphere. I'm going to talk about the class curriculum a little bit. So you have 4 classes in the fall, 4 classes in the spring. Your first year, your second year, you have 1 class that goes throughout the whole school year. It's a seminar with Mr. George, who's the former athletic director here. I'm sure most of you guys have probably already seen what the classes, what the names of the classes are, and a short description online and all that. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of supplemental information about that. So each class is about 1 hour and 15 minutes long. They're all in the same room in Bowling Gymnasium off to the side. It's just a couple of tables put together, and we all sit around, and the professor sits in the front, and we kind of just talk. And it's very interactive, very hands-on. It's a pretty good experience. The grading system, it's not an A, B, C, D, F type of grading system. It's high pass, low pass, fail. You're afforded a small amount of low passes, so the rest have to be high passes get you a grade. And there are only a few classes that really require tests and quizzes and the like. I'd say a lot of it is different than undergrad in the fact that it's more projects, papers, presentations versus traditional sit down, take a test, take a quiz. A couple of classes of facility and event management will have more tests and quizzes, but a lot of them are pretty hands-on. There's some pretty expensive papers to write, such as the legal issues paper, which can take a good chunk out of your fall semester. But besides that, it's definitely very interactive, a lot of interesting material to learn, and really surprised me being college athletics for so long and not really knowing what went on until taking a lot of these courses. So it's been a really great experience so far.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen Anada. I graduated of the program in 2015. Before that, I graduated from Miami University in Southwest Ohio, not Florida, in 2013. I currently work as the Associate Director of Event Management here at UNC, as you can see from that job. I've been here in that role since August of 2016, in between graduating and coming back. I did a 10-month internship with the College Football Playoff down in Dallas, Texas. When I was here, my second year internship was with football operations. So I was responsible for a lot of travel, just organization for all the moving parts with a team of 125 players and a large coaching staff. And then I'd say my favorite sport to watching. I've watched a lot of football because of that internship, but event management, we have our certain sports that we're responsible for, so I got to show some love to those. But it's lacrosse and men's soccer is probably my two favorite. So I'm also going to talk a little bit about game day operations. So you heard Brett's hectic schedule today. Had we had a home event tonight, could have been added to that. As a first year grad student, you are essentially part of our event management unit. We rely heavily on the current grad students. Last year alone, we hosted over 250 events. Our unit is only 4 to 5, depending on what time of year it is, full-time staff members. So we really do treat first-year grad students as a part of our unit. Some of the roles they take on are visiting team hosts, where you're kind of the primary liaison for all visiting teams that come to campus. So we do those for both soccer's, both lacrosse's now this year, field hockey as well. And really that's a huge help to us, and we kind of entrust the grad students to handle all communication with the visiting teams. It gives them a chance to interact with coaches, directors of operations, and once we postseason play, senior level administrators. So it's definitely, whether you want to go into event management or not, it's always good to learn how to interact with coaches and administrators, because pretty much regardless of what you do in college athletics, you're going to have to do that. And then we just have, we're fortunate enough here, we have a lot of successful Olympic sports teams. We're also a lot of on-campus postseason events, so when those come around, it takes more hands. So we can rely on the grad students to help us out with that.
Hey guys, my name is Brendan Heights. I graduated in the most recent class, so 2018. Prior to that, I graduated from the University of Oklahoma in 2016. Straight out of undergrad, came out here. I actually had the pleasure of working for Steve and the rest of the recruits last year, and then ventured about 8 miles down the road at Duke University, where I'm the coordinator of facilities game operations and championships. So a lot of what Steve kind of ran through, but what we do here is a lot of what we do there as well. Happy to still be in the area, able to take part in things like this. My favorite sport, same thing as Steve, and one of the sports I got to work with this last year was our field hockey program. I'll get into it here in a little bit, but I absolutely love working with them, and they're actually a big reason I just why I do. So just it's fun to work watching you know about it, or working with them. And now I would say they're near my heart. So I'm happy talking about the first and second year internships. So really, as Dr. Osborne talked about, those are what give you your stipend. Essentially, you look at that as working a job and you're getting paid for doing the work. I think those are absolutely about what you make in them. The LPIT, typically you teach 3 classes each semester, only in your first year. The classes are a wide variety. While I was here, I taught soccer, what's called outdoor sports, which is soccer, flag football, university. And I actually taught a new work study class as well. And again, coaching may have it for me. You know, I'm not an audiophile, I'm not great with music, but I do like cycling, so I found a way to meet that mesh. And had an absolute blast doing it. Some people don't necessarily care about it as much, and you could probably get away with doing that. But I think ultimately the biggest benefit out of your first year internship is kind of the leadership role you're placed in. You're going to come up with what you're doing day to day through your classes. And ultimately you're guiding a lot of freshmen as we were in these classes. Well, kind of helping them kind of learn the ropes of what it is to be in college. I remember one of my early examples with them, getting some emails from them and trying to let them know, like, hey, I don't care how informal you are in emails, but understand that some of the people they're teaching you have PhDs and are really important people in their field of research. They may like a Mr. or Mrs. or Doctor in front of it, maybe like a signature at the end of it, and perhaps even a subject title line. So you know, there's a lot of ways that you can be a leader for you guys, the kids. Second year, again, absolutely what you make of it. For me, this is kind of going into the story, so I got the opportunity to work on our hockey program. For those of you that have seen, we had a beautiful new field hockey facility this year. Unfortunately, last year that was not the case. It was a bunch of dirt, and we actually played over attitude. So that was the first time I met the people that are now my two most direct supervisors. Never thought that was going to be leading to a job opportunity. But come March, having built a relationship, having then seen my work ethic and the way I coordinated with them to get our field hockey program over there and play their 6 or 7 games they had, that led to me having an upper hand that came to interview time. Ultimately, it's an absolute blast. They're not necessarily going to come in, you're going to have something in mind, hey, this is what I want to do. And that's great, but you need to make sure you remain kind of open-minded. There's a handful of people that come in thinking they want to do one thing. By the time you hit late fall, that may completely change based upon classes, based upon meeting people in other areas. The way that process kind of works, so get out here in the fall, come kind of late November, early December, we'll start having you guys doing some shadowing. We'll go around the current second year cohort and sitting with them for a part of a day or working a bit with them, and that's kind of where you can really best see what their goal looks like. So you kind of get an understanding. Once you do that, we'll return back, usually in spring, in early spring, you'll go through an interview process. So while they say coming in that you'll get an internship in your second year with that department, you're not just placed with one given department. You get to interview, you get to test them out, but they also get to test you out. There's also a great experience leading to what in a year's time will be looking to interview for full-time job opportunities or full-time internship positions elsewhere. Ultimately, then you get placed, the professors work with your and athletics to find the best placement, the way that they think will work for everybody. You get placed in those, and then depending on what your internship is and what your schedule looks like, you may start as early as May when the other person gets the job and leaves, or you may have a little bit more free time throughout your summer and start up in August. Again, it's just depending on the internship and what their role is going to look like.
Thanks, Brendan. I've been asked to talk about the application process and interview weekends. I am Mary Ann Leak and the faculty member for 8 years. I've been affiliated with 2 other graduate programs in sport administration, and I'm so proud and honored to be a member of faculty here. This program is very special, as you can tell, no matter what they talk with tonight and hear from. And I think one of the things that makes our program special is the faculty genuinely care and have a wealth of experience in the industry. So we have a lot of hands-on experience in addition to passion, and our students get really great jobs. So in terms of the application process, the information is on the Exercise and Sport Science website, and kind of going along with what Cam did, I'll give you the inside scoop in addition to the stuff that's on there. You'll be asked to fill out some demographic information, but the 3 main components of the application are your GRE scores, your letters of recommendation, and then your letter of interest. For the GRE scores, that's just one thing, and scores are scores, but one thing that UNC requires is that you're in the 50th percentile or above, both in the written and the verbal and the mathematical portion. And if you're not 50th percentile or above, we need to write a letter explaining why we need to make an exception to that rule. So if you get above that 50th percentile, that really helps your cause. The letters of recommendation, try to get people, not people with titles necessarily, but people that really know you, that can speak to who you are and why you're special and can contribute to this program. And in your letter of interest, again, just tell us as much as you can about yourself, why our program is right for you and why you're right for us, because we want the best cohort to come together. So the application is due in early January, and we begin reviewing those right as soon as we can. We make decisions usually in late January about who will be coming to interview weekend, and we invite 18 students to come to interview weekend. Usually we get between 50 and 100 applications. So 18 of those will be invited to campus, and then we do a 2-day interview weekend where we'll have a dinner, and then the following morning we'll have a panel of interviews with faculty, people in athletics, because they're the student who we bring into the program because they're employees, and also there will be discussion groups who will go to the event. So it's a full weekend where we get to know you and you get to know us.
Good evening, my name is Suzanne McQueen. I'm the alumni experience person. So I'm sitting here thinking, I graduated from the program in 2001. So it's been a while, but just listening to some things, a lot of stuff is still the same. Currently, I work as a senior associate commissioner of external relations strategic marketing for the SpAd. It's a Division II conference located in Charlotte. It's the oldest African American HBCU conference in the country. And we host a very big basketball tournament every year. So in my role with SpAd, it brings together all the things that I've done over the years. It includes sponsorships, marketing, communication, and big licensing. All those things kind of roll together. But just to back up a little bit, when I applied for the program, I was the oldest one in my class. So I had been working for 10 years. There's no thing, I don't know if most of the people that are here are younger or out of college or about to graduate from undergrad, but I was 29 years old when I got into the program. And one of my counterparts was 28, so we were the old ones in the group, the grandparents. But what I loved about my class is that we were very diverse. We had some folks who had just graduated from undergrad, and then you had me and John Mark, who were the older ones who had been working for 10 years. We had a great diversity in male and female, and ethnic diversity in Division I, II, and III, and sports that we played, and we had such a great experience together. We are still close. I have everybody's numbers in my phone. We text each other all the time. We try to connect at different athletic conferences. But they are some of my best friends. And you would never have put us together in a room because we're from so many different places. But the bond that we had over the 2 years that we were together is just something that we just continue to stay connected. So I will say that was impactful for me. So when I got my internship was in sports information. You still do sports information? Is that still? Okay. I am thinking about sports information, just so you know. I was a communication major. I'm like, yeah, I can write. This would be great. So they stick me in a room, and you're right, you work 9 to 5, and you are considered a full-time employee. So they stuck me in my room and said, your sports are volleyball, track and field, which is great because I ran track and field in college, so I was very excited about that. And I helped out women's basketball. My primaries were volleyball and cross-country track and field. I had to do media guides, had to write the press releases, had to know how to get stats. And if you didn't ask a question, they weren't gonna, no one everybody expects you know what you're doing. So you kind of learn as you go. So you make mistakes. But I appreciate the fact that I was treated like a regular employee. And so after I finished my program there, I also taught classes. I taught aerobics. We still have aerobics. Okay, so I love aerobics, and to your point about being open-minded, I never taught aerobics, so I had worked in sports information. So I'm open to any of that experiences. I loved aerobics. I taught 3 classes each semester. I even taught in the summer. I got the award, you still get the award for best. I loved it. So I was open to trying those experiences, and then with the team that I had, because I had some great experience supporting our teams. I got to travel to the ACC tournament with the volleyball team. I got to go to the NCAA championships in Oregon with the track team. I just really immersed myself in the experience and got to know the athletes, got to know the coaches and staff. I just really made the best of my experience. And when I graduated, my first job was back in New York. I worked at Adelphi University as a sports information director. I did that for 10 years. And over the course of the 10 years, I kind of just added different. When you work in Division II, you'll add different things to your experience. By the time I left there, I was an assistant AD and then senior woman administrator. From there, I took my experiences and went to Davis in college for athletic fundraising. I wasn't able to do athletic fundraising specifically at Adelphi, so I really wanted to move into. So I did that for 6 years before taking on my current role at the conference office. So I was a Division I athlete. I worked at Division I and II institutions. And now I'm in conference office. So I would say that we had such a great time here at Chapel Hill. All the discussions we had, and we got into some really good discussions. I think the main thing was we respected each other and we were able to have those discussions in a way that we respected each other's opinion. We may not agree with everyone, but we respected their opinions. We enjoyed the event management class, having to do events. One of my key moments was when I had to work at a soccer game, and I had to work security on the side entrance, and I wasn't allowed to let anybody in. And I turned this woman away and tried to come in the side entrance, and it turned out to be Mia Ham. You know who Mia Ham is? I was like, excuse me, I'm sorry, trying to walk around. And she was like, so I didn't know what she was at the time, because I didn't know the undergrad, but I did my job very well, very much in security, so I was on the shining moment of turning away Mia Ham, but she was around the front, she was fine. But just tons of experiences, tons of great times traveling together. We went to a conference together as a group. Like I said, I stay in touch with them. Most of us are still in college athletics. If I have a question, I can ask my colleagues for advice. But it's really this, they're just part of family, and you all know most of us have children and just seeing everybody with their kids and moving on in life, it was a great experience. And clearly, I still am fond of the experience. I try to come back and speak to the first years whenever I can, because I'm really passionate about this opportunity that I had, and it did change my life in the sense I left traditional 9-to-5 jobs to do work in college athletics, which I've been doing for the past 17 years. And I don't plan on going back to anything else. So if you have any questions that I can answer from way back when experience, I'm happy to help. But otherwise, I would just say that you should definitely apply. It's a wonderful opportunity. As Barbara mentioned, it's very unique and we focus on college athletics. And you make lifelong connections that will, whether you stay in this field or not, are something that you would benefit from being part of. So thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and give the panel a round of applause. At this point, we're going to open the floor up to a Q&A. So if anybody in the audience has any questions, that would be a great time to ask.
Hi, Jordan Talents, a resident of Orlando, Florida, by way of the University. You touched on this earlier, but obviously you guys have a lot of graduates that are still working with UNC athletics. But what is it that stands out that brings you guys back? Even though you're at Duke, obviously there's something there, but maybe you guys can touch on that.
Yeah, so one of the things that you'll hear if you end up here thrown around all the time around athletics is kind of the Carolina way. It's just this family atmosphere. You'll see it with really any of the teams that are working in the department as a whole. I think that's important. Some of that is in terms of how do we do things, but some of that is more of what is the culture. And it's one of those that in your second year as an intern. You get to know and get to spend so much time with people, not just in the unit you work with, but those that you have to interact with, that, when you leave and go somewhere else, those connections don't necessarily die. I still, John Berger, who's not here tonight, was my supervisor in Stephen's boss, and him and I still caught up over drinks a couple of times, text back and forth, and I know I'm only a few months out, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Stephen got to become this, he definitely went away and didn't come back, but it's just building those connections, having that strength. And there's something special about Chapel Hill and the tribal area. That's part of why, even though I'm not here at Carolina anymore, wanted to stay in the area because it allowed me to be close. Both to Carolina to the program, but just to Toronto itself. But I'll pass it over to Stephen to talk a little bit about his experience.
Yeah, so like Brendan said, I went away for about a year and came back. I was fortunate enough, there was an opportunity to come back. Part of it, especially in event management, we actually just hired somebody, and she is the first non-sport administration alumni that we hired in event management since 2006. I think And it has to do, again, with Brent saying the culture, very family oriented, but also just the exposure you get your first year with event management. There's just a level of comfort when you're looking at two applications and they have very similar work experiences. Well, one was a first year grad student in this program and worked for you a whole year essentially at events. You know that person's work level, you know what they bring, and so that comfort with them is kind of what stands apart. I mean, I'm sure I wasn't the best applicant on paper for that opening in 2016, but Ellen Collar, who was our assistant AD for 30 years, or was here for 30 years, she was in event management. She knew me, she had a comfort level with me, and so I think that is ultimately what led me to getting this. And I think the other thing is anyone who does this program and is interested in college athletics, just see the student athletes that we work with. Event management, we don't necessarily have as tight of a connection with student athletes on a daily basis, but we still interact with them at their games and just see what they're doing on the field, obviously, but then in the classroom, in the community, and it's just incredible. If someone just sucks you in and you can't leave.
Any other questions?
Hi, I'm Bob, undergrad student here. So for faculty, students as well, or alum, what are some of the biggest academic lessons you have to make transition from undergrad to graduate school, and maybe perfectly what academic adjustments you have to see for your students?
Go ahead.
Some of the biggest adjustments. So the class size is definitely way smaller than at least what I was used to in undergrad. So you just kind of have to be in the A game just about every day. You know, you're going to be pretty close to everybody. Everybody's going to be, you know, if you're falling asleep, it's going to be pretty obvious. If you're not prepared for class, it's going to be pretty obvious. So that's a big adjustment. Like I said earlier, there's not as many like tests and quizzes to get you through. So you gotta spend a lot of time on projects and papers and stuff like that. Overall, it's a little bit just of a different mindset. And you know, the students that you're in class with are probably pretty high level students. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's very interactive. And it's just a little bit different, but it's you know, it's definitely manageable. It's definitely a great experience.
I know he's itching to talk, but I'll just add one thing. I would say for me, I can probably count on one hand how many times I spoke up in class in undergrad. I was the type of person where sat back, took notes, final tests, and that was it. And coming here, you can't do that. Starting from an interview weekend, you better talk in the discussion groups. You better come out of your shell, no matter how uncomfortable that feels. And you better be ready to interact with people, and that continues all the way into your first year. I think you hear a lot your first month from the professors. It's on you to talk in class, or they're just going to sit there and you're not going to get anything out of it. So I would say that's was a big adjustment for me.
Yeah, so I had a little bit of a unique academic background compared to John coming into the program. So when I started undergrad, I actually wanted to go to med school and be a doctor. So I was a biology major. So the first thing I want to tell everybody is there's not a specific major that gets you in this program. It's not about what you graduate and having done at home. It's a lot about where the experience you come, what are the stories you can tell, and really what's your passion for working in college athletics. And so looking at that and entering and going into these classes, maybe for the first time or in a way that you haven't experienced before, these are classes you really truly care about. These are classes that are right at the lane of what you're interested in. It wasn't that I didn't want to take science-based classes, but I think for chemistry. And so taking a class talking about facilities, the management, very much compliance side of things, and what was now my career, path, that I think helped garner and focus. I think the adjustment a little bit as well is, what are the expectations you're putting on yourself and how are you figuring out because they're not going to handle you through things. There's a lot of, here's the big picture where this project is, you see it. There's going to be a few steps along the way that are going to get you there. But it's a lot about having independent thinking, thinking outside of the box, and that may not have been the case in the classes that you took before. Ultimately, it was fun sitting in class with 8 to 9 other people and having discussions, not sitting there having a professor just lecture at you. I think that's really key. And so that does, for someone who's maybe a little bit quieter, take you out of your comfort zone. As he joked about, I wasn't one of those people. But you still have to learn how to interact in those sorts of environments, and then also carry on as you become a professional as well. Because you can't just talk about any time you want necessarily in class, and you definitely can't do that out in the real world.
So our goal is that each graduate of the program is an independent thinker and a leader in an industry that is really difficult and full of ethical dilemmas. And so we put you in really uncomfortable positions often, and the hopes that you get comfortable being uncomfortable. And then when you're in situations down the road, you can make the tough decisions and speak up when you need to. And so I would say in many classes there are debates and people disagreeing with one another. In my class, there are always tears at some point during the semester. But they're all experiences that make you strong, and that's our goal throughout it.
Anyone else have a question?
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm a senior at Illinois University. This question's for you guys. What was the deciding factor for you guys choosing to come to Carolina Private School over other graduate programs and also over just trying to apply for an entry level job in the sports industry?
So the first aspect of it for me was I think there's a trend that we're seeing in college athletics now where at some point in your career you may hit a ceiling without having some form of post-undergrad education. So that was kind of the initial thing that hadn't started to look. This area was an area I was familiar with. I had really reached out this way. So as I started kind of cruising through what were the options outside of the grad program or the undergrad, I came across the website. So I'll say, if you haven't seen it, so there's technically 2 websites that you can get information on this program on. The first one is the Department of Exercise and Sports Science. The second one is UNCSportAdministration.com. If you Google it, both of those should come up. Look through that one because that honestly was the website that sold me on this program. And Professor Osborne, I remember, but it was through that I connected with her, and I probably knew everything on that website prior to first talking with her. But it was why she could see that I loved the program and really wanted to be a part of this program. And it was so much to the point that I only applied to Kieran Water. Looking back, I probably would regret that decision, knowing that that wouldn't have been the best opportunity for me to stay there. But because I landed here, I landed in the right place, and I'm just fortunate at that. But it was just the college focus of it. I don't want to work in pro sports, at least that's not the goal that I have. And so that's really just this program, seeing that website really sold everything that they encompass in the part of it.
Yeah, so my senior year of college, I lived with 3 accounting majors who had job offers before senior year started. So we moved in August, and I was the only one who had no idea what I was doing when May came around. So I started the search, just looking out there at what sport administration programs existed. Was fortunate to know a current first year in the program my senior year. I came down in October and Kimberly and I with Roy on Friday night. I toured the campus earlier that day with him, met some of his classmates and faculty members, and kind of got the feel. And I grew up in Columbus, Ohio, right in the shadow of Ohio State, so I knew kind of what big time college athletics was about, but never really got to experience that in Miami as a mid-major. So I also really loved that my first event here was playing on Roy. I see the bright lights. Stuart Scott's the MC. It's just an awesome experience. I'm like, man, I kind of missed this in my 4 years of college. This would be cool to go to a big time athletic department. So I kind of narrowed my search to bigger Power 5 schools. And, you know, I can't lie to you. You heard Press Osborne talk about the financial aspect. That helps. Certainly helped push me in this direction. And then similar to Brendan, I also had some family in the Winston-Salem area, so I felt comfortable moving 8 hours from home. I would still have family close and the family atmosphere of a small cohort. Great choice.
So my experience is a little bit different. In undergrad, maybe going into my sophomore year, I decided that I wanted to get my degree in 3 years. Be able to have 2 years to finish any kind of grad degree under scholarship while playing. So growing up all throughout all of school, I never really knew what I wanted to do outside of play basketball. And so, you know, in my mind, it was always, okay, I'm going to play basketball until I physically can't anymore. But then, what do I want to do after that? So then I figured that, you know, when my last 2 years came, I was going to jump into a grad program. That's when I decided what I was going to do in life after basketball. I had a specific plan set up back at the University of Pittsburgh, some stuff happened on the basketball end, and I felt it would be best for me to move on and find a different school. So when I was looking at different schools, I was looking to kind of get my master's in business administration, something like along those lines. But a couple of schools I ran into, I couldn't get into their program, the work experience was a little difficult, so I opened my mind up to new programs, and we didn't have a sport administration program at the University of Pittsburgh. So when I saw that here, it definitely caught my eye, because had we had that, it would probably been something that I would consider a lot more of. It definitely caught my eye here, and when I decided to come here, it was a pretty easy decision to do that. It's definitely a field I can see myself going into after basketball. It's pretty relevant to basketball. And, you know, everything I heard about it, all the research I did about it before coming here, just don't resurrect it.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we have a couple first years that also worked first, but go ahead.
So my reason for choosing Chapel Hill was I was in-state resident. I knew I wanted to work in the field of college athletics and did not want to look at other programs that focus on professional sports. So this is a very unique program that focuses specifically on college athletics. For me, that makes sense, being in-state already, having family already here, knowing that it's focused on college athletics more so than professional sports was a huge draw for me. So I actually drove up as well and took a tour of the campus and fell in love with the area. So I think it has a lot of different unique qualities. Certainly having a paid for tuition paid for helps as well. But I think all those, and the fact that you work your second year, that's huge. I don't know, I didn't even look beyond much more than that. To know that you were going to be working and have real world experience and you left is a big part of why I chose this.
Hi everybody, I am Karen Pollock. I'm a current first year, so I'm in student younger. So just want to talk a little about my draw to the university as well. My undergrad was in Wisconsin at a small Division III school in Wisconsin. And I was going to school for business and human resources and leadership. I wasn't really pursuing athletics. I didn't play any sports in college. I worked for our women's basketball team at school, but that was pretty much it when I came to my background of athletics. When I graduated, I did actually work for just over 2 years in the field of human resources as a recruiter, so nothing sports related. But this kind of came to the realization that I wasn't necessarily passionate about what I was doing and that I wanted to pursue working with student athletes. My ultimate goal is to work with student athlete development.
kind of running my business background with athletics. So this program looked fantastic to me primarily because of the fact that there was a second year internship in the athletic department. Being a recruiter, I know how good that can look on a resume. Not only having the UNC on there, but also saying that you're able to work for a year in an athletic department. Also kind of the draw, similar to CU, to be able to come to a large Division I university from a small D3 school as well. So that was kind of my draw also. Any other first years one? So we did have a couple of questions from the online stream. First and foremost, one question. There are a lot of components that go into the application process. We talked about the major three. We have the GRE, you submit a resume, your transcripts, your statement of interest, things of that. So can you speak possibly to how things are weighted against each other? Does one thing look more important than another? Or how was that process?
I will say that everyone that has their hands on applications looks at the material very differently. But fortunately, we have a lot of people that look at the application material. Ultimately, the decision is made by the faculty. And some faculty members look at resumes as the most important. Some look at rankings by the letters of recommendation individuals. I know some look at the statements of interest. So they're all ranked very differently. And other than the bars that we set for the scores that are usually followed, I don't know that there's one that's weighted more heavily than another. It's really everything all together, and then everyone's opinions that are brought forward. Once you make it to the 18 that come to campus, we still maintain all of the application material, but then paring it down from 18 to 9 is a lot. How you perform over interview weekends, and that decision is made usually in early March, and then the process concludes. But I don't know that that there is one element that's weighted more heavily. I think each faculty member will answer that differently, and certainly we all have our things. I look at resume primarily. I think Professor Osborne looks more at the letter of interest. Professor Jensen looks at the recommendations, probably mostly heavily. So just based on those three, the three of us differ in what but we all talk about it and advocate for people that would be our job too.
And then one other question that we had online was about the thesis second year. So how do students typically come to forming their idea of their thesis? Is it something personal? Is it something that relates to maybe their internship? How does that typically form for students?
So I'm not going to talk about my own thesis. I'm actually going to talk about two of my classmates. So you come in and you know the thesis is a thing. You start formulating thoughts, ideas, opinions. It's kind of driven through the classes that you're taking. And then from there, you kind of start to figure out, and talk with professors, here's what I'm thinking. So two of my classmates, first one, she's a Chicago Cubs fan. And so for her, there was a thought of Cubs winning the World Series. Is there something in relation to that I can look into that may also apply to the job that I want to do? And so ultimately, what you look at is actually an industry term I hadn't heard before, but it's berging, so basking in reflectability. And essentially, what is the way that fans react to maybe having never experienced a championship? Because no one will have experienced a championship. And so it was kind of really her taking something she was passionate about. She was a fan, but finding a way to look at the academic side of it, and something that she now is able to take and carry forward what she was going to do. The other one, again, showing that it can come out of passion. This was someone who absolutely loved playing basketball. And I thought this was probably one of the most intriguing pieces among my cohort. She ultimately looked at was, and she worked at a mid-major school prior to coming here to the grad program. What is the value that's added to a school, a mid-major school, based upon how well they do in each other tournament. Whether they just make a tournament, whether they get a win or two, or whether they make a run all the way to the Final Four. And it was really neat to then see her run statistical analyses of it to kind of see that there is a value that's added. I'm seeing how long that value is added. But for all of that, that came out of where's the passion, where are discussions taking them. For her, she wanted to work in fundraising, so this value added is looking at fundraising dollars that are brought in. How can we then sell this to possible future employers? Mine was a whole lot more dull in terms of the way it came about, and so it's a variety of ways you can get to it. I would get with them at a middle of the story, but there's no set way. And really, the professors are completely open to ideas. Eventually, they'll get assigned or they'll decide upon an advisor, or kind of look something that aligns with the work that they do or the type of work that they do. But it really is open to you, what you're passionate about pursuing.
Yeah, first of all, I'm completely Indian fan. I'm glad you brought up the 2016 World Series. Really appreciate that. Secondly, my thesis advisor is two people down from me, and I think she would agree. And there was a time that both of us thought might never get finished. But you go back to the question about an adjustment. I can't believe I let that slip my mind, because that was probably the biggest adjustment. I had never written any kind of paper like that in my life, and it's just a matter of aligning yourself with an advisor, finding a topic that you find interesting, sort of, and just pushing through it, and you gotta get it done. So once you accept that fact, you'll get it done.
Yeah, mine's definitely based upon personal experience. Obviously, being in my second year now, I'm nowhere close to being finished. And I'm trying to fight through it now, but my inspiration for my topic kind of just came from my own experience leaving the University of Pittsburgh coming here. So looking at graduate transfers and kind of just seeing how other student athletes' experience was. And that's really my hope from there.
I want to say really quickly about thesis. Everybody touched.
I want to see it.
Everybody touched pretty much about being passionate about what you're going to write about. It's going to be a pretty lengthy paper, so you got to care about what you're writing about. But also, a lot of the first year classes are kind of geared. You can find little pieces of those classes to gear for your thesis. So, like my law paper, I'm writing about gender equality and college athletics. So, my law paper, I chose like the Title IX aspect. Dr. Wade's class, with some of her first year papers, I chose kind of mini topics for my thesis. So I think that also really helps you develop where you're going, the questions you're going to ask.
Any other questions?
My name is Gerald. I'm a senior undergraduate here at the University of North Carolina. And I want to pose this question directly at you. When I think of this program, one thing that really is happening is just this deep, unending, really cool connections with teachers and mentors. People that are going to influence you not only while you're in your graduate school year, but in your career, basketball, and down the road. The connections are obviously so strong when you bring people back from the class of 2001. You bring people back. This people doesn't probably do their time. Speak a little bit about what these connections mean to you, and really cool essence of it, at least.
That's a very good question, or kind of statement there. The connections mean a lot. University of North Carolina is an extremely powerful brand. The people that I've had the opportunity to meet and kind of get to know has meant a great deal. Everybody in this whole entire organization, everybody across the board that I've come across, not only have they been able to help me in the present, but they have also been able to help guide me to what my future may hold, and a lot of that sort of thing. So I just, there's a lot of wonderful people here. Everybody from Coach Williams to Bubba to Dr. Wade to Professor Osborne, everybody is very helpful and is very willing to work with you, to understand you, to adjust if they need to adjust. And that level of care, that level of commitment that these administrators and everybody have not only to this university but to individuals is very amazing.
Any other questions? All right, with all that being said, I'm in charge of closing. So I want to thank everyone who is here in person as well, who has tuned in online. Thank you guys all for coming out. Just a reminder, I don't know if everybody had mentioned that our applications due January 9th, 2019 for next fall. Please follow us on social media. We have a Twitter account, we have an Instagram account that we're trying to kind of increase the brand awareness of. In concluding this, we have some snacks over here, and we also have some goodies on the counter. We're going to do just a little light networking. Feel free to reach out to any of the first years, any of the second years, any of the faculty or anyone on the panel as well. Thank you all for coming, and please enjoy some snacks and our goodies. Thanks.